see if anyone joins. I did say I was gonna do a real live today, so if Colin ends up joining, like he did last live, I'm gonna make sure I get him right. Cause I told him I was gonna do a real live, so I'm gonna do at least 45. So if Colin ends up joining, the OG, give him at least 45. At least 45. And we're here. And we're live. Life is good. Life is good. I gotta wipe my camera. Why does it look like that? Should be good. Looks a little bit better. And we're good. Living again. Hello to the one viewer. Just here. Any questions you got on fitness or viewing fitness or nutrition, go ahead and put it in the chat. That boy Colin coming through again. What's going on, man? My bad for a late live. I was going to go up live earlier, but I was procrastinating a little bit, not going to lie. So definitely got to work on that. Next time, I got to get on live earlier. Tomorrow I do have school at 5:40 until 8 something. I still got to work out today, which is my fault. Should have worked out already, but it'll be good. You've been waiting? I appreciate you, Colin. I gotta start making a scheduled time. You know what? That's a smart idea. I should start making a scheduled time that I stream, especially on days that I work and have school. That I'll start having a scheduled time next time I go live. Not next time I go live, but within next week, August 1st, my schools are gonna drop. My school classes that I have right now that I'm taking, they're gonna be done with. And my schedule is gonna open back up, and then I'll be able to stream on a schedule instead of like randomly. Pung 2. I don't know how to say your name. Probably crucified it. What's going on? Hi. What's going on, Germ? Hello, everybody. Your favorite light skin. What's going on? Any fitness questions or anything like that with nutrition, you can go ahead and put that in the description. What's going on, Trish Tolliver? 20 people. That's crazy. Hey, I'm black. Hey, Trish Tolliver says, Germ said I'm black. All right. I don't know how you expect me to respond to that. But okay. We know that Germ is black. Is it okay? It is okay. Pung 2 said it is okay if you say it wrong. All right. That's good to know because I probably crucified it. I'm not going to lie. I probably crucified it again just now when I was saying it. I need to get a new iPhone. I'm filming on an iPhone 11, bro. iPhone 11, bro. It's cruised. It's all blurry. I practically got an Android in there. Raise your head so we can see your Adam's apple. Honda Pilot said. That's kind of weird, but there it is. I don't know why you wanted to see that, but Colin said, how's your day today? My day's going pretty good. I kind of procrastinated today. I kind of felt like I wasted what's a good protein shake before the gym. Your favorite light skin. I'm gonna answer that question right now. Your favorite light skin. Just let me go ahead and answer Colin's question. So my day's been good. I just feel like I've been procrastinating today, and I should have streamed earlier, and utilized my time better. I ended up doing my homework and procrastinating until the end, and now I streamed because I was procrastinating and streaming. I don't know why I procrastinated, but I need to get on active. So what's a good protein shake before the gym? Me personally, I like to source my proteins through actual meals, like having high protein meals, whether it be through grilled chicken, steak. Usually for meat, I like getting my protein from meat, as opposed to like chemically made protein shakes and stuff like that. But if I were to source it from a protein shake, it'd probably be from a couple scoops of whey protein. That's what I would do. Whey protein is a pretty good protein source. I'm not gonna lie. No problem. Let me know how that goes in a future stream. Hopefully that helps. Do you use any proteins? Do you use any protein shakes or protein powders right now currently? If you do, what's up? What do you do? What do you use? Your favorite light skin. Pung2 says, what games do you play? So, me and Colin, who's also in the chat, I play chess. I cut out all other games. I cut out all of the games just for that, because with chess, it feels very active in my actual life, you know? Chess teaches you life lessons. It helps your critical thinking. Over time, it gives you less chance of developing dementia and Alzheimer's and other diseases like that. It's a very healthy thing to do. Just to incorporate chess in your daily life, and you continue doing that throughout the rest of your lifespan, you're literally allowing your mind to proactively always be generating and doing things, you know? So it's really good for you. I highly recommend chess if anyone plays it. All right. Christian Wallace, Jabronis puts a smiley face and a thumbs up. Christian Wallace says, I'm 6'5" and weigh like 170. What do you think I should do / eat a lot of to get built? Number one, Christian Wallace, you need to understand that I'm probably butchering your name. Christian, yeah, I'm saying it right. Okay. Number one thing, you're taller, so it's a little bit harder for you to fill out your frame. So don't get demotivated. Here's the good part. Since you're taller, when you fill out your frame, bro, you're going to be huge. Depending on your muscle insertions and the things that you're giving, you're going to be really big once you fill out the frame. So stay consistent. Number two, to eat on a daily basis, if you weigh 170, I recommend getting a calorie calculator and putting your height and weight, just like you told me. Just look it up online on Google. Put that in. Look at the calories in, calories out. And then you can use that with the amount of calories that you currently burn daily, calculating if you're active or not or what you do. And you'll be able to utilize that and know what to eat exactly. I'm projecting and I'm be guessing. I think since you're 170, you are big, but you're 170, you should be probably eating around, protein goal wise, you should be eating around 170 to 130 grams of protein. And for calories, it will be around 2,500 to 2,600. I'm not sure. I would put it in a calculator if I was you. All right, my bad. I just wanted to thoroughly answer that question. Uno Servisa says, hey, man, I'm making homemade cookies for the kids. Should I use cookie dough or deal dough? I am very sorry, Uno Cerveza, but I do not know about cookie dough. This is also, it does say nutrition, but I do not utilize the cookie dough at all. I try to stay away from sweets completely. So I do need to learn on that, and I'm gonna research on that subject as I get my nutrition coach certification. So I'm sorry for not being able to answer that, but I don't want to tell you lies. Colin says, it also helps you slow down your brain for any hunting activity or anything like that. That's very true, Colin. Playing chess and the problem solving capabilities that you get, learning capacity, and even just proactive situations like hunting or basketball, you get better problem solving skills. Your favorite light skin? No, not really, but I need to, because before I went to the gym, I didn't really eat anything. So I got really shaky during my workouts. Oh, you got to be careful with that. Your favorite light skin, for sure. That's very dangerous when you go to the gym not properly. You're most likely not hydrated. If you were shaking in the gym, you weren't hydrated and you didn't have food prior. I don't think it's directly tied into how much protein you had, but it's more tied into the amount of electrolytes that you had in your body. You probably were low on electrolytes, didn't drink enough water before you went, and you had little to no food in your stomach, and you went to the gym, and that's why you got shaky. It's not more of a protein issue, but more of a general nutrition issue. Aaron Bennett said, "Bro, why are you, why you on here capping? You don't play chess, my boy." I do play chess. I'm not good at chess. I love chess, but I'm not good. I'm not good. I do play chess though. Colin too. Colin's tough. Uno Cerveza. I got him. I hope. I hope I try to help. I hope I try to really help with that, but couldn't really help with that. It's kind of sad. I played against him. Yes, he does. You played against me, Colin. We gotta. Matter of fact, we gotta play each other. If you want to add me on chess, which is you're gonna see my rating. My rating is pretty good right now. I just started, and I'm pretty undis. I need to do more puzzles. I just started, and I try to brute force my way up, which was not a good idea. And my elo's pretty low right now. Like it's only like a 200. So if you add FOC underscore kingdom, if you want to play me in chess. Christian Wallace. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Been trying to gain some weight and muscle, but feels like nothing changes. I'm still super skinny, but I definitely haven't been hitting 130/170 protein, so I'm going to try it. Good luck to you, Christian Wallace. Sometimes some pe- some people like react differently to food, so maybe if you eat more, it doesn't help you gain weight. But I just want you to understand fully, like really understand this part, which is like the good and the bad part. Since you're taller, I mean you're taller, bro. And a day there's gonna be good and there's gonna be bad parts. You know, you're gonna be. It's harder for you to move than other people. It's harder for you to gain muscle. But the good thing is you gain general muscle throughout your body, number one. So your general composition and your weight goes up higher as you get stronger in the gym. So focus on progressively overloading over time in the gym, which is gonna help you a lot. So get stronger, get that bench up, get that squat, whatever lifts you want to get up, just get stronger. Build that muscle. When you build that muscle, you're going to have more tissue on your body, and your body's going to also ask for more calories. The more calories you burn, the more calories you're able to intake, and the more your body asks for more calories. It helps you eat more. So that, a weight gainer if you need it, but really just try to shoot for a calorie goal. And I'm pretty sure if you hit a certain calorie goal, maybe 3,000, 3,400, 3,500, whatever you may hit it. Because I know somebody that was 100 pounds soaking wet. He was 5'4". He force fed himself until he hit them goals. So you got it, Christian Wallace. Don't give up. You got this, bro. Colin said, yeah, basically. But yeah, we basically play chess. Colin also said, do I play Roblox? No, I don't play Roblox. Currently, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, the only game I play is chess. I try to limit gaming for myself because I have a highly addictive personality. Anything I touch, I just get obsessed with it. So I try to lower the amount of things that I do at one time. Jabroni says, I need some help here, man. I'm 5'8", 120, and some change pounds and a freshman. What can I do to get a good build because I'm way too skinny? Okay. First of all, you're a freshman. Okay. You're very young. Your test is still getting up there. But don't get too antsy. When I was a freshman, I was also around that weight, and I was very skinny. I was a basketball player, so I couldn't bench 100 pounds or nothing. So don't get demotivated, number one. It's pretty normal, and people make fun of you. They're not making any sense. And number two, you have a lot to work with. You might grow taller. Yeah, you still have a lot of room to work with. And if you're starting at this age, bro, you're gonna be good. So push-ups. That's what you need to add. Add push-ups. Within adding push-ups, do some basic at-home exercises because I don't know if you have access to a gym or not. So if you can in the chat, Jabroni, tell me what you have access to. Do you have access to a gym? Do you have to do at-home workouts with dumbbells and stuff like that? Let me know. And then I'll be able to better respond to that question. Pong2 said, what books do I read? So I like to read books usually made by philosophers. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations, NASA. I don't consider it, but Nassim, Currently, I'm studying for some certifications in personal training and stuff like that. A really good read is On the Shortness of Life by Seneca. Really good read. I highly recommend it. Atomic Habits is another good read. I read Rich Dad, not Rich Dad, The Four Quadrants of Cash Flow. Read part of it, not completely, but I read like around half of it. Do want to go back and finish that read, but the first half that I read was a very educational part that I read because it speaks about exactly where money goes, where it's generated, how does it go around the world, and how to go from living in the first quadrant, which is people who have to trade time for money, to having money work for you over time, become an investor. So those are the books I read. Monastics, probably, man, I gotta work on my reading. Monastics says hi, and he also says, I have a question. Let me know what that question is, Monastics. Colin, get Roblox and we could play chess together against each other. I try to stay away from those games, Colin. You can download chess.com on your phone. You should have access to it, and that'll be the best way we could play. Christian Wallace says, thank you. I just subscribed. Hopefully soon I can come back and tell you I did it. All right, Christian Wallace, you got this, bro. And I hope to see you. Hope to see you again. That'll be fire. That'll be actually like a very, very motivating part because that's what I'm here to do. I just want to help people get better and hit their goals. That's my ultimate goal. It's not about how many people it is. If it's one person at a time, that's all that matters. So I have been wanting to start streaming, but I don't know how or this is what Monastic says. He says, so I have been wanting to start streaming, but I don't know how to or the basics. So about that, here's my advice on that. I think the most important part of streaming or doing anything in general, right? Because I'm also starting here, but this is general advice that I've heard throughout my life. The most important thing is to just try and try, it sounds cliche, but trial and error. Don't expect so much from your first stream. Don't focus on it being perfect. Just try it. Try it no matter how it looks, no matter how bad it is, or wherever you're at the point you're at right now, with the equipment that you have right now. Try it, get it started, and as you try and get it started and learn new things, you're going to develop more skills that's going to help you stream better. So let me give you an example. If I give you or put you in a class, right? There's two different control groups. One control group who I'm assigning them to do as many models of a car as possible. And then I give another group the same assignment, but I tell them to make one perfect model of a car. Every time the group that makes as many cars as possible, they're gonna have way more experience in making cars, which is gonna allow them to make even better cars than the person who's just focusing on making one perfect car. They're working with different engines. They're working with different brake systems. They're gonna see what it is. You understand? So this trial and error is the best thing you can do. It outweighs everything. Okay. So that's my tips for streaming. Just get it started and start streaming as soon as possible. Colin says, I just got chess.com. I'm just going to set it up real quick. All right, Colin, let me know when you set it up. My name is FOC_Kingdom. Monastics, I hope that helped. I don't know if it did. No problem, man. I know it's really cliche. Like what I said is really cliche. Like most people, just do it. That's basically what I said, but with just a lot of words. But I want you to internalize that. I really mean it. I've seen it throughout my life. My friend has a man, his dad makes a lot of money, right? And his main method that he done to make himself so successful has been just trial and error. And it's never failed. And I've seen it constantly throughout my life. All the successful people I know, they just try. The only difference between a lot of the successful people I know and the people who aren't successful, is that they just are quicker to start things, which is as crazy as it is, but it's just they just try. It's literally that simple. In a world of knowledge flooding our minds, the people who are ahead aren't the people with the knowledge or with the best decisions, but the people who are proactively doing things in our community. Especially where we're heading with AI, that is the most important part that we could possibly have right now. Of those people who are just doing things proactively in our society. But Monastic says, thank you so much. No problem, man. I'm super grateful that you're in the stream. I'm grateful for everyone that even joined the stream or comes across the stream, because I get to the chance to change or speak to someone, and change someone's life for the better in any way that I can. And that's the real goal here, to help people. Because you help people, they help other people. If you have any questions about fitness, if you're joining the stream or if you're already in the stream, if you have any questions about fitness or nutrition, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm here just to help with that, try to help people with any fitness questions they have or nutrition questions they have. I've been lifting for about 3.5 years, almost 4. I've trained about 4 people, 5 people within my time span, gotten them to decent numbers, people benching over 2 plates, squatting a good amount, and transforming their bodies for the better. So I can help. I'm also currently studying proactively, so I can share some knowledge from where I'm studying. Can't wait to get my certifications. That'll be awesome, so I could even share better knowledge than I can right now. So I gotta get them certifications as soon as I can. I look kind of beat up. My hair. Boom, boom, da da dum, boom, da da boom, boom, da da boom, boom. That was awesome. Like earlier, it just went to like 23 viewers, and then went to 13. So it was like, that was a good amount of people like watching it live at one time. That's awesome. Even if it was for a second. Boom, boom, da 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 boom, boom. Man, Colin's a real OG, man. Colin, you the GOAT. Colin, you the GOAT. If anyone in the chat, put Colin's the GOAT. I did say I was gonna stream for real today, so I'm a man of my word, so I gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. Thank you, Jabroni, for saying that. That man, Colin is the GOAT. Jabroni says, Colin, you the GOAT. He's a GOAT. It's good, Colin. My boy, stay here. Colin said he's still here. Fire. Let me know if you got it, man. We could play each other in chess. You might smack me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm a low elo. So if you put in the picture, 200 elo is a little bit below average of a newbie. I understand the concept, but I'm not that good. Pung 2 says, can you play guitar? Yes, sir, I can play guitar. Colin said, I was planning to go to the gym today, and my gym partner didn't want to go, and I couldn't go. Colin, I can't play guitar, by the way, Pung 2. I'm putting it down because I want to answer this question. I can't play the guitar. You could probably recommend a song. I don't know if I know the song, but I know a couple songs. I'll play one in a little bit. Colin, about that, when I started a gym, I found it very important to develop my own routine without involving other people. And the reason I found that so important was because that right there. Because you start to develop dependency on someone in association to your working out. Because I've been working out for around 3-4 years. And within that time span, I've had people come in to the gym, be very active for 2 months, a month, and then disappear. And one thing that stayed consistent was because I developed my own gym routine. I'm not saying partners are bad or anything. If you have a partner there, use it. Be happy. Like, that's a great experience to be able to train with someone. I love training with my friends. It's like almost no. It's awesome, bro. And the gym is no better feeling than your friend pushing you to hit a PR. But what I'm trying to say is those days that your friend doesn't go to the gym is the days that you should try your best to work out no matter what, because you're developing your discipline. Those days are the most important ones. At least for me, the days that I don't work out with no one, I'm like, all right, I gotta make sure I do this, because if you don't do it the day he doesn't go, in your mind, you're making an assumption that you're only working out whenever X is in the factor, and that X is your friend. So make sure that you're working out no matter what. Hey, your routine does not change no matter who comes in, who comes out. You're always there. That's my advice, at least on that. So whether it be you working out at home because you couldn't go to the gym, like for example, me, my car currently has issues, underlying issues, not active issues. And I'm trying to do is drive the car minimal as possible. So I'm not going to the gym. But just because I'm not going to the gym doesn't mean I'm not going to work out. So I'm going to make sure that I work out at home. After this stream, I haven't worked out yet, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to work out. My body won't let me sleep till I work out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was just me yapping, but I feel that, Colin. That's happened to me so many times. People leaving, people just not going to the gym or not showing up, and I'm like, dang. You feel me? It's demotivating. But those days that's demotivating are the most important days. I think Alex Hormozzi speaks about how if you're able to do something when it's hard or when you really don't want to, imagine when you want to do it. Like, it should be motivating when you're not able to do it, just because of the fact, because of the fact that if you do it when you don't want to, when you want to, it's going to be amplified. It's like you're making a self-investment. No problem, Colin. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if it does, man. I want to see you grow. I want to see you grow and get stronger, man. And also avoid some of the mistakes I've made in the past. I made a good amount of mistakes while lifting, which is part of the process. Trial and error, Trial and error. Like, for example, when I first started lifting, I don't know why I did this, but when I first started lifting, I just went to the gym, hit 3 sets of 10 on every gym at Planet Fitness, went around the whole gym, and then left. And I had no progressive overload, no change in nothing. But what I like to say is, by the way, Punk 2 says, you are the GOAT. Thank you for saying that in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I went into the gym. I didn't know what I was doing. But did you ever see my message about the plates in my basement and no gym? Oh my gosh, Jabroni, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I don't have a membership to one, and there is a gym nearby, but I do not have quite a few plates and a bar in my basement I could work with. Okay. All right, Jabroni. Let me go over that. That's more important, because I can't believe I just went over your comment like that. I'm so sorry. Secondly, let's go into this. So you have, let me really look at this. So you don't have a membership. You have a gym nearby. You have quite a few plates and a bar. Okay. With a bar, you can do a lot. I don't know if you're still here, Jabroni, but with a bar, you can do a lot, especially if you have a few plates. I'm assuming the weights are ranging from 25 to 45 or 10 pounds or whatever it may be. With just the bar, here's a few exercises that you can do. Barbell row, overhead press, front raises, barbell curls. You can even do skull crushers on the floor. You laying on the floor, skull crushers like that. Boom, boom, boom. You can do that. There's so much you can do with just a bar. Yeah, a bar in place will definitely get you started. You can do so much. And if you buy a dumbbell or get a dumbbell, you can do everything. I only have two dumbbells in my house downstairs. I make them two 30-pound dumbbells work for everything. Because the main thing that you want to do is progressive overload, right? Whether it be reps or sets. I think it's a recent scientific study that it doesn't matter the total volume, like whether you do 16, 18, 19, 25, 30, 40, 50. The main thing that matters is if you're close to failure or not, and if you're progressing. So I literally do RDLs with just 30-pound dumbbells for like 70 reps, but I try to progress it every week. So that same concept, you utilize that with the bar and the plates that you have at home. Do barbell rows, do overhead press, which is going to build your shoulders. And that's going to get you a somewhat of a base. You can do push-ups on the floor. So I'm going to give you an upper body routine right now with just the bar, if you're still here, Jabroni, to organize it. Colin said that did really help. I'm glad to hear that it helped, Colin. That's fire, bro. Okay, so full upper body routine with just the bar and plates that you can do. All right. All right, Jabroni. Jabroni says, all right, thanks, bro. I'll get back to you next time I see you with more progress. Bet, Brody. I appreciate you joining the stream. I was going to say that push-ups, overhead press, barbell rows, and because the lats are going to be already involved. So I would just do like 4 sets of barbell rows. And that could be somewhat of your upper body. You're going to get good upper body development, especially if you're just starting with just those 3 movements, as long as you're progressing somewhat and edging around failure. Because since you just began, your failure is not going to be your true failure because your central nervous system is not adapted enough. So just go to as much as you can or close to it, or just start with just 3 sets of 10. Yeah, let me know. Jabroni says I'll get that on a paper or something. Let me know if you got the paper on you, and I'll just say it again. There's no problem with it, man. Say it again. Also, I just gave you upper body. Lower body, you got, I wouldn't do too much weight, but you can do squats. You can do RDLs, which is a hip hinge movement where you push your butt back. If you have a chair, you can put your back on the chair and do hip thrust with the thing. So you got your butt, you got your hamstring already active, you got your quads. You can have the bar on your back and do some calf raises or squats. I don't know if you have a barbell row, a setup or anything. So I just got it set up. All right, Colin. Colin says I just got it set up. You got your chess.com set up? Fire, bro. FOC. My chess name is FOC_Kingdom. You're probably going to smack me. Not gonna lie. You're probably going to beat me, Colin. Like I said, I'm not that good. Just because I like the game doesn't mean I'm that good. I'm trying to get good, but not yet. Just got to love the process. All right. I did say I was going to play something on the guitar. Might as well play a little something. I do got to do this routine. Low-key might work out with you guys downstairs, so I could keep the stream going for a little bit longer while I'm doing things. Because I did tell you, Colin, that I was going to stream for real today. So I got to do at least an hour. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in, I'm looking actively. If you have any questions about fitness, nutrition, or anything, let me know in the comments. I'm just going to go through my routine real quick while actively looking at the comments and stuff like that. I'm going to go through my routine before I go to sleep on guitar. So I can I'm just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone right now. So if you have any questions about fitness or anything, just let me know. I'm here to answer as much as to the best of my ability. type that in the chat, Colin said. Yeah, let me see if I can. I don't think. Whoa, what was that? Green screen. Don't think I can type in a chat. What can I do? Oh, maybe I could do this. Oh, okay. Colin, I put my thing in a poll, so you can see the name at least. Had a little find a finesse another way because I know my thing's not working. I don't have another phone to really work with right now. To anyone that's joining the stream or in the stream, my phone do be buggy. It'd be showing me like less viewer count than it is, or people that are in it. If you have any questions about fitness, nutrition, gym advice, go ahead and put it in the comments. I can help out with that to the best of my ability. I know it sounds like a broken record, but I'm just saying it over again to anyone that comes in or is passing by. I'm currently just going through my little guitar routine before I go to bed, but I am actively looking at the comments and the chat. So if you have anything that you want to put, go ahead and put it there. I'm actively looking. I'll be actively looking at the chat. Ooh, phone's about to fall. All right. Christian Wallace came back right quick. I just ate a late night meal, 3 eggs, and some leftover chicken breast. What workout should I do before bed? Okay. What workout should you do before bed? Well, that depends on the equipment that you have available. But if I'm gonna assume that you're at home and you don't have dumbbells or equipment. If you're gonna do just body weight, I would recommend just push-ups, basic push-ups. I would do as many reps as push-ups as I possibly can. I'll do that for 2 sets. You don't need much of that as long as you do that better each time. Like I used to do as a kid, which was a mistake, right? My chest started growing more and my bench started growing because I could bench like around 350 pounds. And my bench and everything's been growing because of doing less. You don't need to do 100 push-ups every day. Really just pick amount of push-ups that you want to do that 2 to 3 times a week, and progress it. Just go to failure or near failure. With push-ups, I find that you can go to failure without too much restraint because it's calisthenics and it doesn't do too much for your body. So I would recommend that you do 2 sets of as many push-ups as you possibly can. And don't cheat yourself short. You need to do as many as you possibly can. And don't compare yourself to other people with numbers and stuff like that, because that is vanity. Vanity. What matters is that you're progressing. And you're 6'5", and you're 170. I know that could possibly be demotivating because you have a long way down when you're doing push-ups, bro. You have long arms, most likely. And even if your arms aren't that long for your height, they're still long. So I would recommend push-ups, squats as well. Do the same thing. 2 sets, AMRAP, as many reps as you possibly can. Obviously, if you're doing it with bad form, you should stop. But as many reps as you can with good form. Push-ups, squats, and then you can do decline push-ups for the upper chest. Decline push-ups. Yeah, decline push-ups for your upper chest, and incline push-ups for your lower chest. So that's what I would recommend. That's a nice routine that will, if you don't have that much equipment, that you could get right with. You could also use a chair behind you, but I wouldn't recommend it. So just push-ups, Squats is a good little quick thing to do before you go to sleep. 2 sets of push-ups, as many as you can. 2 sets of squats. You get a little good upper body and lower body going there, and you be straight. So I hope that helped. Colin says, my username is Quicksolver. All right. Did you send a request, Colin? Christian Wallace. Okay, thank you. Gonna try for push. Okay, Christian Wallace says, okay, thank you. Gonna try to push for 40 or more tonight, and 40 squats till failure. Colin says, I'm trying to find you and it didn't show me. Christian Wallace says push-ups. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Christian Wallace. Let me know how that goes. Hopefully I see you on the next stream or whenever I do stream again. If you ever come by it, I'll be happy for you to join. And let me know how that goes, man. Just keep progressing them push-ups over time and every week, and you'll hit goals. And even if you don't hit 40, wherever you are is a starting point. And it doesn't matter if it's not near or if it's on the point. What matters is you're getting better. All right, Greg Doucette, I don't know if you watch him, but he says, better than last time. That's all that matters, bro. When I started, I wasn't able to do as much as I could. When I started, I couldn't. When I was 18, when I was like 17, I couldn't bench 100 pounds I couldn't bench 100 pounds. Little did I know, within the 3 years time, I was going to be able to do 315 on a flat bench. You know, it's not about when you start. Just look at yourself, and then over time, it just accumulates. You keep stacking days. That's the beauty of life. So beautiful with working out. That's what I love about working out, is the accumulation. Because you work out, nothing happens. You know, you're the same person after you work out that one time. You're the same person. You work out 2 times, the same person. Work out 4 times, you're still the same person. But when you hit around that 100, 200 times that you worked out, you're going to start seeing a difference, especially if you've been doing specific work, like working out in a specific way. So Christian Wallace says he will definitely be back, which is some great news. Colin, I don't know. I'm going to have to, hold on. I'm going to screenshot your username, Quicksolver. I don't know why it went green screen again. But yeah, I'm going to screenshot your username, and I'm going to add you as soon as I get off the live. Because if I add you right now or try to situate it, it's going to kick me off the live. So I do want to do a full stream today. So as soon as I get off the live, I'll go ahead and check that out. You might like it too, since you play chess, Colin. You might like chess.com. For sure, because it has an ELO ranking system and everything. It's actually really awesome. It's actually very fun. The main game mode on chess I play is the 2-minute one. This is the one I spam so much. It's 2 minutes. Colin said, listen to my first time playing chess.com. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Rephrase it one more. Type that back in, please, because I don't fully understand that. I'm here for any questions or anything about fitness or nutrition. Go ahead, throw it in the chat. I'll be ready to respond with a workout program or whatever. I'll help you out, whatever I can. It's going to be my first time playing chess.com. Okay. You don't got to worry about it because you already played in person. And I don't play in person, right? So imagine in person, but dumbed down. Literally, that's what chess.com. It's not dumbed down, but you're able to see every move on the board when you click on the piece, like every move that's possible on the board. And a lot of people would miss, and maybe it might be me, I'm not going to lie, would miss a lot of the pieces that they're able to take if they're not able to see all the little dots connecting us to where they can move. You know? It's definitely like a help to quickly make decisions, as opposed to like seeing the squares and actually having to see all your actual moves. And it's going to take longer in person than it is going to take on chess.com. You know that got copyrighted last time? Colin said, "Oh, that's gonna help me a lot." Yeah, bro. Chess.com is awesome. They also have a Elo, right, which is a rating system. Probably gonna love that too. So Elo is basically your rating, where you're at. 400 is about like a newbie player and what they start you at. They have 400, they have 800, they have 1,000. Yeah, it's really awesome, bro. And they have three different game modes. They have bullet, which is 1 minute. They have a minute, which a minute 1/1, and they also have 2 minutes. And then they have blitz, which is 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then they have rapid, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And then they have the real, my bad. Blitz is not 10 and 30. It's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I think it's something in between. I think instead of the 5 minutes, it has another game mode. But it has time. It's timed, like it's like an actual chess match, but it's just online. And also with the dots that it shows you every move that you can do on the board when you click on a piece. So it was really fun. Not gonna lie, I like be playing it so much at work. When I be at the hospital, I just be be playing same opening over and over and over and over again. Just getting them reps in as much as I can, trying to get better. They also have puzzles that you could solve like on a daily basis, which is gonna give you certain specific scenarios that you could be put in a chess match, and like what is the right move. The puzzle is basically what's the right move that you can make in this position, in this scenario, with the chess pieces like this. What's the best move that you can do, or what's the move that you should do so you can win. It's gonna help you spot things, and as you get better in the puzzles, you get better at the game. What I did by mistake, instead of focusing on balancing puzzles and gaming and like playing, getting reps in, I just played more games instead of doing both. So now I'm incorporating the puzzles and stuff like that again, which is helping me to spot forks and pins and potential ways to win. Right now my elo's so low, it's because I blunder pieces, and you probably know already. My elo's low. Like I only have a 2. I'm literally below where they start you at, 220, 230, 230 something, or 240. It's going up slowly because I started being more disciplined and more analytical of my losses and wins. But yeah, you'll love the app. You'll probably love that. That boy Khalid's in here? What? Mimo? Colin says that's beautiful music to my ears. Appreciate it, Colin. Mimo2 Live. Wow. Spectacular. You're ugly. It was good, Khalid. It was good, Brody. That boy joined the live? Dumb live. Yeah, bruh. I should be knocked out right now. What's good, buddy? That boy Mimo2 Live said, yo. Yeah, bro. I'm doing my little routine before I... Mimo2 Live says, trying to attract the us with the guitar aura. Yo, Khalid, that is not why I got my guitar out. So basically, I was procrastinating today to stream, and as I kept procrastinating, the day started like getting later and later and later, and then I'm just going to stream, and I gotta play guitar every day. So Colin says it's 11:40 p.m. for him. Sheesh, it's late. I'm not gonna lie. It's late for you, man. It's late for you, Colin. I just had to finish it. I had to like lock in on that. Colin says I usually stay up until 1:42 in the morning. Sheesh. I be staying up till later, and I be having work at 6, bro. I be tripping. Not gonna lie, I be tripping, bro. Low-key might have insomnia. Mimo2 Live says that's a specific time, Colin. Mimo2 Live says, why exactly 1:42? I'm not gonna lie. 1:42 is like you like look at the time. When like you say 1:42 literally looks like you just look at the time and you're like, bro, now it's time. Like 1:42 is a very specific time. It sounds like the time they estimate the Earth to be like, how they just guess it. When 1:42 is. I'm trying to get my subs up. I'm trying to get my subs up. Colin. Mimo2 Live says, I'm trying to get my subs up. And then Colin said, look at the clock every couple minutes. Oh, okay, that's why you said 1:42? So, like, that's around the time that you usually fall asleep at. Mimo2 Live says, so I can start going live. So you want to get your subs up so you can start going live? Going live is dumb live. New people join, make connections. You feel me? It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. It is fire. It's fire. guys got any questions? Yo, Khalid, if you got any questions on anything working out or anything, yeah, you already be asking me it, but anything, you don't know, questions on fitness or ideas or anything you heard, Khalid, you can just go ahead and put it there in the comments. You feel me? Anything. Just chat. You feel me? And I am done. I am done with. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and work out with y'all now. I'm done with the guitar. Finish my little routine. Well, I do need to do a bar chord. Colin, you still there? I don't know if you're still here. Colin said, yeah. Let me know if you're still there. Anyone still in the chat? Yes, sir. You want me to join you? All right, boom, boom. Colin said, "Do you want me to join you?" Hey, you can. You could do some of the exercises with me, for sure, bro. Like on the yeah. My bad for the lights going off. I'm going downstairs to go to the garage. You could definitely join me though. All right, we in the trenches. You're doing squats right now with the 20-pound dumbbell. That boy a G. That boy a G. I'm not hitting legs today though. So here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is push-ups. Push-ups, push-ups. My bad if you see the dogs. Do not have socks on. Do not have socks on. All right. Here we go. Push-ups. My first set is gonna go to failure. So I'm gonna see how much push-ups I can do. I need a better angle. I hit full body yesterday. I just need to hit some legs. Okay. So you're good. Looks like you don't have to join me then. Get to see how I work out. Today's gonna be really like a quick workout. You know, see how I try to make the most out of the time, especially when I'm on a time crunch or like I need to sleep or something like that. You're gonna see how I try to make the most out of the time. Might be able to take something from it or maybe not. Because there is a way to, sometimes when you don't have that much time, to also make the right decisions to still utilize your time the best you can. Ability. Because all we can do is try to utilize it at the best of our ability. Yeah, this is the trenches, man. Oh yeah. Bam. Now you can see the push-ups and everything. Yeah. That's a good angle. Here we go. Here we go, Colin. All right, I'm gonna do as many push-ups as I can. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 7, 38, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 67, 68, 69, 70. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more. Oh, that's 80. Wow. That was torture. All right. That was the first set. Colin said, I'm already done 50 push-ups today. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain is true. 80 push-ups is actually a record for me. A new personal, it's my personal best. 80 push-ups is pretty good for myself, not in general. Sorry. Ooh, man, I'm tired. No stamina. So yeah. So that's one set. Now I rest and repeat it. You know? Whew, and I'm sick and I was able to hit that. Dang, Colin, so you do push-ups every day? That's good that you did 50 push-ups, by the way. Colin said, no pain, no gain. Colin said, I'm crazy strong. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Never mind, I'm good. Got faked up. Wow, I feel like I gotta sneeze. All right. I'm not crazy strong, man. I just been lifting for 4 years, so 3.5, 4 years. It gotta be. I should be pretty strong. I should be all right. I appreciate it though, man. I really appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. I'm gonna wait until the 66.30 mark on the stream, and I'm gonna go on to the next one. On the next set, I'm gonna go and hit another set of push-ups to failure. Whew. That's what I mean. I try to do 50 push-ups every single day and try the Dragon Mile every day. The Dragon Mile every day. From Dragon Ball? Is that a thing? What's that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Kai? Oh, man. All right. Next set. Here we go. Next set, next set. Whew. All right. Jog them out every day. Oh, okay. So you do 50 push-ups and you jog them out every day. That's good. Try to do 50 push-ups, but try to do your first set of those 50, as many reps as you can, and then do however many reps you got to do on whether it takes you 3 sets or 2 sets after hitting as many reps as you can for the first set. And then try to slowly get to that 50 mark on your first set, over time. So basically, here's the concept I'm trying to say. Right. Let's say you start with 20 pounds. Or not 20. You start with 20 reps of push-ups, right? And then you do 20, 20, and 10, right? So what you do this next week, right? You do that every day. Boom, boom. The next week comes, or maybe 2 weeks because you're doing nucleus overload. You up it up to 21 or 22. You do 22 push-ups, and then you do 18 and 10. Or however many you can on the second set. If you can't do 18, do less. But you increase the first set volume. And then over time, as you keep increasing and doing that same concept, you go 2 reps up every 2 weeks or 1 rep every week. Over time, you're going to hit that 50 rep mark in 1 set. You get me? So that's one method that I would recommend, because you would only incorporate the same concept that you're doing, but over time you're going to get stronger. But either way, Colin, even with what you're doing right now, you're doing good. That's just what I would recommend. You're still doing good. Just doing the 50 push-ups, however fashion that you're doing, whether it be 5 sets of 10 or whatever. 5 sets of 5, 5 sets of 10, or whatever it may be, or 10 sets of 5. Whatever you're doing is working. It's going to be working. Because it's not about, especially when you're beginning the gym, it's not about the quality completely. It's more of you doing it. It says, when you start working out, the first thing that needs to adapt is your central nervous system. Because your central nervous system gets fried before your muscles get fried and tired. Especially when you start. So that's what you're building. All right, here we go. Second set. Let's get this going. You're going to try to do a 1-arm push-up? Okay. You might be able to do it. Not gonna lie. Might be able to do one arm push-up. Ooh. Let's get these push-ups in. See how much I can do this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 37, 38, 40. Whew. So that would be everything for my push-ups right there. Colin said, yeah. So when you say you're going to try the 1-arm push-up, I would show you, but I'm exhausted. But I recommend before you do the 1-arm push-up, you learn archer push-ups,
which is a variation of it, but slowly. One side arm extended. Look up archer push-ups. You implement those, you get good at those. But overall, it's just improving your chest strength. So increasing your total rep count of push-ups will help you do that over time. Whew, being sick sucks. All right, that was the first set. Well, not the first set, but that was the push-ups done. So now what I usually do with the 30-pound dumbbells that I have, really ghetto. You can use anything that you have, you know? This is an example of literally how I work out. When I can't go to the gym, I use whatever I have, bro. This is my stand. I use my hand and get that dumbbell up. You just did a one-arm push-up? Dang, Connie, you strong, boy. You strong. You a strong country boy. Nice. So, I use the stance. Lean on it. I got the dumbbell in my other hand. Lean on it, and let me put the camera on the other side. Boom. Other side. It's a good example of showing you, no matter where you work out, you can work out anywhere, any place. Right here, I'm using my shoe rack. Boom. And rolling it back. Boom. And as long as I get progress on this and get better than last time, I should still gain muscle from this. Funny enough, I could do like 110 pounds on this, but 30 pounds, if I wait and I really control and focus on contracting my muscles, I'm able to really struggle on this. Six, 7, 28, 29, 30. That's one arm. That's one side. Check comments. I went halfway, and I really had to push myself hard to get myself up. Look at it like this, though. You got halfway. You're not far from doing it. That's actually really good. Halfway is actually really good. Ooh. Ooh. All right, other arm. Let me move this camera to the other side. You know what I'm saying? The camera here. Because now I'm doing this side. I did 30 reps on that side. Let me get 30 reps on this side. Colin, by the way, I appreciate you being here, man. You the GOAT, bro. $18, $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29, $30. Ooh. Ooh. Feel them lats on fire, bro. Them lats are on fire, Colin. On fire. Appreciate you, though, by the way, again, man. I can't say it enough. I really appreciate you being in the stream and everything. You make the experience worth it of streaming and stuff. Yep. Going to failure. I do recommend on calisthenics that you go, because you don't have to do as many sets. As long as you're careful, within reason, failure is good. Main idea with going to failure is making sure that you hit failure without sacrificing too much of your technique. Because when you sacrifice your technique, you leave yourself liable to get injured. So that's the dangerous part of it. But I've never seen someone I've trained with get injured. It's very unlikely for beginning. Usually people get injured when they're going to failure off of improper recovery and stuff like that. So that's good that you're doing, that you're like going to failure, especially on calisthenic movements and light weight movements. It's really good for you. Whew. All right. Back to it. I don't know if I read it wrong, Colin, but do you mean I'm doing what you're doing, but to make my muscle go to failure? Because that's how I interpret it as that you're utilizing the concept of going to failure in your exercises that you're currently performing. Are we sport when my brothers? Colin said, are we sport when my brothers? Please rephrase that. I don't completely understand it. My bad. I'm a little bit slow. Ooh, all right. I do want to go to sleep. I'm going to finish this workout with you guys, though. I'm going to finish the workout with you on live. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain, no pain, no gain, no pain, no gain. You got to make sure you're going harder than last time. And got to make sure you're going better than last time. That's all that matters right there. You trying harder than you did last time. Because if you ain't doing better than you did last time, what the heck you doing? What you doing in the gym? Just lollygagging, throwing weight around. You gotta get better. You gotta do harder. You know what I'm saying? If your body ain't shaking, butt ain't wiggling, what you doing in the gym? I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm chatting about right now. All right. Let's get this set in. Ooh. 20. Other side. Colin say, yeah. I have to always support one of my brothers. I appreciate you, Colin. My brother, my slime. My brother, my slime. All right, let's get it. Whew. Other side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things are about to start dropping. It's a lot of things, too. Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta fix some things in the garage. I'm still here, by the way. Things are about to start falling like crazy. And I was gonna wake up my mom. right. I fixed up the trench garage a little bit. I fixed it up a little bit. Now I'm back to it. Back to the grind. Back to the grind. Here we go. Fifteen, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that is enough for the lats. That's the lats done. All right. So we got the chest done. We are done with the lats. Now, my last two exercises, well, I'm going to do 3 exercises. My last 3 exercises are going to be overhead press, dumbbell overhead press, barbell rows with the dumbbells. Well, not barbell, but dumbbell rows. And the last thing is going to be lateral raises with the dumbbells as well. And then I'll be out of here. Well, not out of this stream. Pretty much out of the stream after I finish the workout, though. But try to do as promised, Colin, to try to get my stuff. Colin said, my bicep is absolutely dead. Sheesh. What, you hitting bicep curls? Or you're doing the same thing I'm doing, literally? Because if you're doing what I'm doing, yeah, you don't feel that. You don't feel that for sure. And the bicep. And then now I'm about to go into overhead press. So the concept I like to do when I'm like doing torso, which is some upper body or torso, same thing. What I like to do is to focus on going back and forth, basically contrasting my chest and my back. So I'm gonna hit my chest, go into it, hit a couple sets with the chest, boom. After I finish one movement with my chest, all right, I do a back movement. So basically my chest gets to rest, my shoulders get to rest before my next upper body movement. And I go into a pushing movement. So I'm going into a push, a pull, a push, a pull, and it's contrasting. And specifically when I go to the gym, I like to do pull-ups first before I hit chest, because when you do pull-ups first, it helps me feel more stable on the bench. You know, it gets my lats engaged, basically ready to bench, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to focus on when I go to the gym. Whew, I think my rest time's almost done. I just got 82. I'm resting for a couple minutes. Colin, you got 82 what? Push-ups? Reps of, dang, 82 is crazy. 82 is crazy. 82 what? All right, let's get this going. Next set, overhead press. Let's get it going. Let me put this right. Hopefully it doesn't fall. It's already lit. Oh, leaning like the Tower of Pisa. Oh, leaning like a stripper. Let me try that again. Oh, leaning like the tower. Ooh, let me not say that. I like the towers. Let's not say that. Tower of Pisa, I mean. Let me go ahead and put it right here. I look like a shorty from this angle, bro. Oh, okay. So, Colin, if you're doing the same exercise as me and you don't feel your lats as much, you feel your bicep more, it's possible that this was probably happening. Your bicep in that position is a little bit weaker than your lat, so it's being biased. And also, when you're doing the pulling motion, by the way, 82 with that movement, that's crazy. That's very strong. And secondly, if you're doing this movement, you don't want to have this motion going on. You want to have this motion going on. The difference is, instead of pulling up, kind of involving my traps, putting my bicep in a very contracted position, I'm throwing and pulling back. If you just do it with your body weight, you'll feel the difference in lat contraction. From here compared to here, your lat is going to be more engaged because your elbow, lats get activated from the elbow being drived. So you driving your elbow back to the roof, you should start to feel the lat being engaged more. And also, there's a study that I think almost 2 times, you get almost 2 times the amount of gains, or 1.5, just from incorporating that mind within the contraction and working out. So you want to make sure when you're working out that you're involving your mind, you're utilizing that actively. Just you thinking of, okay, I'm going to be contracting this muscle in this way. You know that what you were doing with the 30-pound dumbbells? Yeah, I know what I was doing with the 30-pound dumbbells. You were doing that, and you did that with 82. 82 reps is crazy, bro. Very impressive, I'm not going to lie. Very impressive. All right. I'm going to get into my next set. I'm going to stop yapping. Let me go get my dumbbells, do some overhead press. So I set the camera in this angle so you can see the overhead press fully. I'm gonna come back to the chat right now. Be right back. Overhead press. Whenever I do push movements, I like to push up as fast as I can and count for a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi on the way down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, up. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, up. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, up. This is exactly what I like to do on any pushing or pulling movement. I find it to be the best one for improving your strength and for muscle growth. Also building on that explosive power. Oh, I did not count, but I pushed myself for sure. Whew. That's one set. Do one more set of that and then move on to the next. You know, what's so good about the overhead press? With the overhead dumbbell press? It's such a good movement because not only does it get good involvement of your side delts, also gets good involvement of your front delts. And there's an argument made there that you get enough side delt development just from the overhead press, right? So here's what I'm trying to say. I think there's a study, I'm not sure which one, but you get like 60-40% engagement side delt to front delt ratio in that overhead dumbbell press position. And then when you're doing it with a barbell, it's vastly different. You're still gonna get very good development. You're gonna get all right development of the side delts due to the pushing up of the motion, but you're gonna get good development also of the front. But dumbbell overhead press works both of them at a really good rate. Highly recommend that exercise as long as you don't compromise your lower back. One thing, when I'm speaking about failure, I don't mean failing and your reps don't look good. You want your reps to look good. So I mean technical failure. There's a difference between absolute and technical failure. Absolute failure is, everything you got. Cheating or whatever. Absolute failure, you can't pick up the bar anymore. Technical failure, you're not able to do the technique without compromising your form, right? So if you're not able to do the technique without compromising your form, you have now reached failure. So when I mean failure, that's what I mean. If you're compromising your form, I did it with the push-ups because I understood that compromising my form is not going to be detrimental to me. But if you're doing that with overhead press with dumbbells over your head, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, it's definitely going to do something to your lower back if you're arching it. So make sure that you're staying on top of that. Woo-hoo. Man, I feel good. Let me go ahead and... How you feeling, Colin? You ended up doing the overhead press too with me? Or, because I know you already hit upper body, right? And you said you didn't need your... I mean, you already hit full body. And then you were hitting your legs. I don't know if you needed to hit overhead press as well. Ooh. I have like that weird habit of just walking around for no reason. In between, I am looking, by the way, I'm checking actively of the chat. I'm not just walking around for no reason. I be walking around in between sets a lot. You know what I mean? That's what I be doing, you know what I'm saying? So, let me go ahead and go into my next set of overhead press. If anyone joins the live or anyone in the live, you know, you could drop fitness questions, nutrition questions, and I'll go ahead and answer them. Let's go ahead and get it going. Let's get it going. One, two. 1, 2. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2. Whew, Colin, you still there, man? Anyone passing by the stream or joining the stream, go ahead. You could drop any questions. I am working out, but I'm actively looking at the chat and willing to answer any questions. Colin, I hope you're doing good. Hope that your bicep is not injured or anything, and you're fine. Because you did say your bicep was hurting and I don't know if you disappeared or if you're feeling bad or not. Hope everything's okay. It's kind of late though, but almost done with the routine. Tried to give a full stream as much as I could, but almost done. Tried to, but I couldn't do it. Hey, that's fine, bro. If you couldn't do overhead press, what you can do instead of overhead press, if you're able to, I think you're good. I honestly, Colin, I think you don't have to do that, especially in your scenario, because you're doing nucleus overload on your chest and shoulders. So your chest and shoulders are already going to be fatigued. The reason you couldn't do it was not because you're not strong enough, most likely, but it's most likely because you already been doing push-ups, 50 push-ups every single day, and jogging, you know. Not jogging is not a part of it, mainly the push-ups. Your shoulders are tired, your chest is tired, so it makes sense as to why you couldn't do it. But progression, over time, you'll get stronger and you'll be able to do it. One step at a time. If you gotta lighten the weight, lighten the weight. When you go to the gym, you make sure you gotta leave the ego at home. When you work out, leave the ego at home. Leave it somewhere else. Because the ego will kill you. It will kill your pride. It will kill your confidence. It will give you body dysmorphia. And steal your joy from the gym. All right. Let's go ahead and hit barbell rows. So on this, slightly complicated movement, especially to teach or to do. So when you do it, if you want to do it right, first thing you start, I'm going to give a small explanation. Try to move more to the left. If you want to do a barbell row, you're going to start with the knee bend, small knee bend. You're going to push the butt back to get down. This is called a hinge movement. Right there is a hinge. I'm hinging to get down. Here's what you should not be doing. Your knee should not be bending for you to get down. That is a squat. You want to bend your knee a little bit. That knee should not move anymore. What's moving to get me down is my butt going back. You know you're doing it right. You know, Colin said yes. You know you're doing the barbell row right, or the position, the hinge position correctly, if you feel a stretch in your hamstring. That is one sign that shows that you're doing the hinge movement correctly. So I'm also gonna be doing it from a side angle so you can see proper form and you can emulate it. Make sure if you do feel something wrong, which is, for example, lower back pain or certain types of pain that are spiking or things that are not normal, right? You should feel some type of tightness in the muscle because of blood flow and stuff like that. But you shouldn't feel sharp pain or overwhelming pain from doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into it right now. Let's get this going. Barbell row, dumbbell rows. I gotta stop saying barbell. Dumbbell rows. Here we go. Working out in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? We got a couch in the garage. Yes, sir. All right. So from here, I'm gonna now slightly bend my knee and hip hinge to get down. Notice that my back stays neutral. I'm gonna move more to the side so you can see it. From 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi on the way down, fast on the way up. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi up, 1 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 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi up. That's the tempo. Making a beat. Harder than last time. You against you. And bam. That's one set. Colin said, no, I can't do this. It's just my biceps giving up on me. Colin, I think that means you should rest. Your biceps probably fatigued from something else then. Probably because you hit full body today and you probably did something with your biceps. Your biceps are fatigued right now. So, because your biceps are incorporated in a lot of back movements. Your biceps are incorporated, so that's what's happening. For sure. Your biceps are fatigued from something else prior to coming to do this because you hit that full body. And now it's showing up when we're doing back movements. That's the second time you say that, so that's definitely why. So you're good, bro. At least you tried, and you got up and you started working out. That's what matters. You faced it. You got up, you did it. Your friend didn't show up, guess what? You still worked out. You still worked out. You hit them squats. You hit them push-ups. You still did it, man. You know what I'm saying? Most people, when their friend don't go, they don't go to the gym. They skip the gym. They're like, oh, let's take a day off. You know what? Instead of that, you got up out your butt and you actually did them reps. So, you're doing good, bro. If you have a pull-up bar or anything, you can also utilize that. But anything that you're going to do back, involving back, you're going to feel your bicep. So, I think you've done enough. I think you've done enough for today, for sure. Your biceps acting up like that. You could do elevated push-ups if you're able to do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. For the overhead press, instead of the dumbbell overhead press, you can do elevated push-ups. The reason is because your chest is gonna be in an angle, right? Your upper chest is here, and shoulders are in that angle, facing down. So they're gonna be primarily used. Not completely primarily, but you're gonna be the main muscle movers of that movement. let's get it going. I'm going to go into my second set right now, Colin. So you can't do it for today, but another day you'll be strong enough as you keep progressing, man. It's you against you. There's no comparison, bro. Because the minute you compare, you lose sight of the true goal. When you lose sight of the true goal, you set yourself back months. All right, let's go ahead and get it going. Ooh. Ooh, let's go. Harder than last time. Up. Let's go. I could go harder than that. Oh wait, that's everything I got. Colin, you said, I'm pushing through the pain right now and doing all the sets. You're a G, man. Make sure that you're careful about that, okay? You have to distinguish between soreness or muscle fatiguing pain and sharp pain. If it's a sharp pain, that means you need to stop, right? You need to stop because you can injure yourself and cause future harm to yourself. And if it's a soreness or muscle fatiguing type of pain, then you're fine. You should be fine. So distinguish between that. I can't really say what position you're in right now, where you're at right now in pain levels, but you need to assess that. All right, is this muscle fatigue? All right, then you're good. You'll be fine. If it's muscle fatigue, you're good. You'll be good. You're a G for doing it, though. A lot of people won't do it. So you're a G for even doing it. You know what I'm saying? This one, if you weren't able to do the overhead press with the dumbbells, I would not recommend this finisher. But here's, because you want to be active, you want to move clearly, right? And you want to participate and do some type of exercise. So let's say this. Instead of I try to hit 100 on everything you do. Dang, 100 is crazy. 100 is crazy. Yo, that's crazy. That's fire. That's impressive. Dang. So, right now, I'm gonna hit lateral raises with the dumbbells, which is right here. Not here, but right, let me see if I can back up more. So, not here to the side, but we're going right in between them two, with the wrist facing that way. Colin, instead of doing that, Fred Quinney says, hey, what's good, man? What's good? What's going on? I hope you're having a good night. Hope everything's going good. I'm just out here just about to finish my workout. Can we lose the shirt? I try to keep some type of modesty, you know, about myself. I try not to show too much skin, you know what I'm saying? But what I was gonna say is, Colin, if you want to, instead of the lateral raises, because I don't feel like it's the most optimal thing that you should do, I think you should do planks. Fred Quinney says stink. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? Like my stink or I don't know what that means. I stink for not taking off my shirt. So yeah, Colin, I would recommend that you do planks. I want you to do 2 sets for my replacement when I go into these sets. Do 2 sets of 1-minute planks. Planks, I don't know if you know it or not, but like that on the floor. Elbow on the floor. Boom. And you're just gonna hold that position with your back and everything. How long I need to hold a plank for? for 1 minute. 1 minute. You can do 1 minute, or you can also set a timer. So here's the two things. I'm gonna give you two options. You can set a timer for 1 minute, but if you wanna be real, you know, if you wanna really push something, you put a stopwatch, put it start, and try to set a time, right? Beat it and try to beat 60 seconds. Try to beat 60 seconds. Not hit 60 seconds, try to beat 60 seconds. And if it's too much, I might be overestimating, because a plank is, you know, it's pretty tough. So instead of beating 60 seconds, maybe 30 seconds is fine. So 30 seconds, 60 seconds, but you could either set a stopwatch and just try to hit a record and then try to beat it. I'm going to try to do it for 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Gosh dang. Colin, what are you, a monster? 10 minutes? That's insane. All right, though. I'm going to go into my set now. So if you're ready, go ahead, get into that plank position and get it started, you heard? I wouldn't recommend 10 minutes, but... No, Colin's still here, Fred Quine. He's still here, I think. I'm going to go into my next set of lateral dumbbell raises. And Quine, I also didn't get to say it yet, but I appreciate you stopping by the stream and sharing some shots. It does help that I'm connecting with someone else and even conversating with someone else and getting to know people. So if you have any questions about fitness or nutrition, you go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. So I'm going to go into my next set. Let's get this going. Fred Quine says, Colin says yes. Here we go. All right. That's one set for me. I got one more left. Whew. I'm getting a little tired now. Colin said yes. All right. Been here for a little while. I'm gonna get to doing this last set. So after this exercise, it will be the end of the stream. I am nowhere near halfway done. All right, my bad. Dang, you're typing it while doing a plank? Oh my gosh. Huh? Oh, it's probably like in between you. That's a skill though. While on the plank is crazy. What I was gonna say though is, after this set, after this exercise, and I will be concluding the stream. I think this has been my longest stream so far. After this set, it's been great, Colin. You know, you're definitely very active and very supportive. I really appreciate you showing up day in, day out, brother to brother. You know, showing your support, that really makes an effect and an impact on me. Helps me push through, helps these streams go by, and motivates me to keep going. No, I'm doing the plank and typing. That's crazy. Y'all young kids these days, y'all getting new abilities and stuff. Back in my day, we didn't have an iPhone and an Android. We had flip phones. Yeah, flip phones and Motorola's. You could track the IP on them anytime you want. Hack into them. Heck, you could probably steal a man's contact. Well, we didn't have contacts. We had to memorize them back in the day. Hey, if you do want to stream tomorrow, I'll come on and I'll hang out with you again. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you showing up as well. You're definitely always helping me, and it's helping me push forward and continue streaming, and motivates me to stream day in and day out. You're a big motivation as to why I showed up today and why I streamed yesterday. A big motivation as to why, and I really appreciate it. You're pushing me outside my comfort zone, which is allowing me to pursue new limits and learn new things and new skills and talents. So it may not seem like it, but you're making a huge difference, man. Huge impact, huge impact. I'm gonna go into it. Here we go. Last set. Hold on. Something happened with the phone. All right, back to it. Last set. All right, Colin. Colin said, I always tried to watch your stream anytime I get the chance. I really appreciate that, man. That makes a huge difference for me, like I said. Words can't describe the help that does. I don't know if you watch My Hero, and one of the main things in My Hero is that he tries to, Izuku tries to do the things he does for the other people that are supporting him. It's one of his main motivations. I kind of feel that way when I stream, especially when you're here. It's one of my main motivations to stream and keep the cycle and keep the streak going. Although I may have procrastinated today and lost a day and lost time, I still made use of the time I had, and I didn't let that put myself, hinder me from pursuing things or continuing forward. So yeah. I appreciate you, Colin, for joining the stream. That will be the conclusion of the stream, man. That was the last exercise. I'll see you next time, and God bless you. Peace out.